Alright guys, here we are. Check it out. Right now, car's in park and everything. Key is stuck in there. I can start the car up and everything is good. Shut the car off. But if you look at that arrow right there, that's the lock position. Notice it will not come out of there. So we're about to take this apart. Alright, the first thing we're gonna do, because it's kind of hot in here, so I need some airflow, so I'm gonna open the door. The problem is, this thing is gonna be aggravating. It's gonna be like I'm on an operating room or something. I'm the doctor. I should leave it that way. No, but what we gotta do is I gotta go out there and disconnect the negative battery terminal. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, here's your battery, and what you want to do is, even if the noise is not going on, just for safety concerns, you want to disconnect the negative side. So I have a 10mm deep 1/4 inch drive socket with a 6-inch 1/4 inch drive extension and my 1/4 inch drive ratchet. You really don't need the extension. So this nut right there, the 10mm nut, what you want to do is just don't take it off. Just loosen it up till it's very loose. Then twist the terminal back and forth while picking it up. They got this cover up here like this, man. Dang it. Okay. And you want to tuck that down to the side to make sure it don't come back and touch that. Alright, now let's close out, push our hood down, and go back inside. We'll be right back. Alright guys, the first thing we're going to do is remove this panel right here. So what I'm going to do is get me an 8mm, or you can use a 5/16 1/4 inch drive socket, 6-inch 1/4 inch drive extension, and the same 1/4 inch drive ratchet. You don't have to have this precisely, but as long as you can get in there like that. So you got 1, 2, 3 down here, and over here you're gonna have number 4. Alright, so let's get those 4 out and we'll be right back. Alright guys, got all the 4 screws out. The next thing we're going to do, you're going to give this a little bit of tug, because over in this section right here, there's a little clip that's holding it in. So what you're going to do is just grab it a little bit and pull it out, and there's the clip that holds it up. Slowly lower it down, because you're going to have your hood release cable and wiring harness here going down to your OBD2 connector. I'm going to see if I can turn this around. And it'd be nice if they had this, I can take this out, but that's cool. You can just leave it hanging just like that. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing you want to do, guys, I highly recommend this. Go by Harbor Freight. Get you one of these sets, a security bit set. These things are great, especially for jobs like this. And make sure you have your little nut driver on hand as well, because this thing, the beginning is it's magnetic, and it'll hold each of these bits in place. And I'm going to take the T20 Torx bit, put it in place, and if you notice, see that? Wait a minute. Locks right into place. That's cool. We're going to need this because up under here, under the steering column, we're going to have 3 T20 Torx bolts, screws. 1, 2, and over here is number 3. So we're going to go ahead and remove all 3 of those. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got all the screws out. This thing is going to be kind of loose. The next thing you want to do, guys, is get you like a pick or something, or a small screwdriver. And because this is the radio controller right here. And let me just get a mirror. And if you look in the back, tell me you need to return it all.
I got it.
Alright.
Well, your mirror's dirty.
It's clean.
Dirty.
What you want to do is take a small flat screwdriver or something. You're going to have 3 openings right here. This center opening right here, that's all you're going to do is push it in. And when you push it in, this whole switch is going to snap out. So, watch this. Snaps out just like that. Alright? Don't snatch on it or you will break it. That's all you want to do is pull it out slowly, because it's going to be connected to a wiring harness right here. And to disconnect that, let's see if we get a good angle at this. You're gonna right here. You see that little opening right there? That's what's holding this tab, this plug in here. So you can just wiggle that if you have a hard time, get your same pick, or the flat screwdriver be better. Just open that up just a little bit. And then unplug it, just like that. Alright, so let's put this to the side, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, now we're ready to remove our lower half cover right here. And if you see this seam right here, what I have is a body pry bar. This is so you don't scratch nothing up with metal. You see this line right here, this inseam? That's how it's holding together. And right there, there's a little clip. So you can't push the clip in there and try to get that out. Pop that out just like that. And then you go to the other side, the same method, same way. Pop that half up. You can leave it there if you want. Now we're going to sit here and take the bottom half down. Now remember...
Go to the other side.
Yeah, go to the... Okay, guys, we're going to go to the other side. We'll be right back. All right, remember that your key is stuck in here, so you might have to try to finagle it out of here. What the heck? Huh. That's pretty cool.
So the key was stuck.
It is stuck. It won't go back. I don't know why it came out like that. So we can take that out. Cool. And lay that down to the side. We'll be right back. All right, guys, for the next step, I'm going to use my little pick. You're going to need something with a 90-degree angle to get right inside here. Because...
No, I don't need a light. I just need to find... I can't see that. Hold on.
You know, hold.
I see.
Okay, hold on one second. Let me just turn this. There.
Well done. Right there.
Okay, so now what you want to do, first of all, because that hole is where you're going to need to insert your pick or whatever you got going on. But first, before you do this, the only way to get this ignition switch out is you got to make sure this key, all right, this key was jammed up in there, whatever. Dang it, now I can't get the key out. Make sure your key is level, is aligned with that hole. That's the only way you're going to be able to do this. Then once you get it lined up, you want to stick your pick in there. You want to push down. There's going to be a little pin in there. You're going to push it down, and as you're pushing it down, pull back on your ignition switch. Just like that. Then pop it right out. Now what you're doing is pushing it on this little pin right here. All right. There we go. We got it. Yeah, buddy. All right. We'll be right back. All right, guys. The next thing we'll do now, the procedure I'm about to show you, nobody else on YouTube is going to show you how to do this. Not even Ford manufacturer is going to show you how to do this. But this is going to save you a lot of time and aggravation, and especially if you don't have the key decoder. Now, the first thing we're going to do, we have a crush ring right in here that's got to be removed. What you want to do is get you a pair of wire cutters, dikes, like this one up there, and what you want to do is put it at an angle just like this, and you want to go to cut that ring. And these things are very sharp, so you got to definitely be careful here. Dang it. Keep on going till we get this thing cut. It doesn't matter if you damage anything because the new one comes with it. And another good method, guys, if you got a grinder or something, just go ahead and grind that piece right off. As a matter of fact, I think I might try it. I think a grind this is going to take me a little bit too long. There we go. We're cutting this side of it. So let me keep on cutting this, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm making some progress here. Getting this thing off. was making some progress. You know what? Vice grips to hold this in place. There we go. You got to get over there and remove that ring. Okay, now that you got that ring off, and again, you don't have to worry about damaging anything because you're going to have a new one in your kit. Now, the reason why we're taking this apart is for reference. All right, the next thing we're going to do is get some snap ring pliers to remove this clip, or sometimes you can use a screwdriver, but that's kind of very difficult to get that screwdriver and do that. So we're going to use the snap ring pliers, and I'll show you what those means in a minute. Be right back. Alright guys, here's our snap ring pliers, and what you want to do is you got that groove right between there. What you want to do is stick your snap ring pliers right between, just like that. Squeeze to open that ring up. And pull it right off. Take it out, turn it over. Get our key and take it right out. Look at that, guys. Yeah, buddy. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, this is the part we're going to be worried about. Now, as you can see, there are 4. These are called, those little shiny parts you see right there, those are called tumblers. There are 4 on this side. Actually, looking at all of them, but if you look at the holes right here, there's 4 on this side, and on this side there are 3. And what happens is these things don't line up properly, so you can't turn the key or turn it back. Now when you take the key out, notice how those tumblers pop out, and that stops this from turning inside the cylinder. So put the key in, go down, they line up perfectly, take it out, they come out. Alright, so now the next thing you're going to do is need you a piece of paper, and we're going to mark these. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, got the piece of paper, and what you got here is this little arrow going to represent the side the key goes in. So we know the key goes in through this side. So, and facing the top, we go on this side, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4, and we're going to turn it over. And on this side, with the key going in, we got 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's start off with the number 4 side right here. What you want to do is grab you something, needle nose, or I got a pair of cutters right here. You're going to grab one, and you're going to pull it right out just like that. Alright. And what we're going to do here is take a look.
Hold on. Okay.
What do you
Number
see?
1?
You see a number 1. So what you do is take right here and you put a number 1. Go into the same one, same side, number 2. Pick it up out of place. And what do you see there?
Number 4?
Number 4, exactly. And just in case, guys, I'm gonna put these right up here.
Hey, I guess my eyes are doing pretty good.
Just in case. And I'm gonna put number 4 here. And we're gonna do one more together, guys. Let's pull this one out.
I don't see that one. I think it's dirty. You can see it?
Uh-huh.
But why am I not seeing it on the screen?
Let me see if I can turn it over. No, there ain't no number on that side. So,
Maybe,
hold on, let me clean this
maybe
up
it's
good.
the lighting.
They all
I
kind of.
just see one big thing.
Is that light enough in there?
I don't see it. Wait, I just saw it. The way you turned it. So it's the lighting. Okay, let me see. Where is it? Dang it. Oh. Now it's blurry. Damn it. Sorry, people. Number 2.
Number 2, exactly. So we're gonna set number 2 right here, and then mark number 2 right here. All right, we're gonna do the rest of them, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got them all situated out, and I laid them out just like that, just in case. And here's our number. The top number with a 4 is going to be 1422, and the bottom one's going to be 344. That is perfect. We got our number without having no key code or anything. Just take the thing apart. Stop being lazy. Take it apart. Why they didn't tell you this, I don't know. But we're Astral. So now let's go get our new kit and set our new one up. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Here's our new kit. Right from Ford. Dump all our stuff out. Comes with a new cylinder. This new piece right here where the key goes in. Not going to need that. New crush ring that hooks onto there. New cylinder, just like this right here. And our key goes in through that way, so remember that. And another snap ring. And here's all our keys. And they numbered each bag. So we're going to number them. And it also comes with new springs, little bitty springs as well, because these do have little springs in them too. So you got to put the spring in first and then the tumbler. So let's line this all up. Nice and neat. Okay, we are ready to put our cylinder together. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to the side. Remember, this side has 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, and the other side has 3. We're going to, if you want, you can start with the 3 one. I'm going to start with the 4. The first one, I'm going to set this down just like that. The first thing we're going to do is grab 4 springs and put them in each hole. I'm going to do one for you, and then you do the rest. If I can grab them. And if they get stuck together like this one is, be careful when you're taking them apart. You don't want to pull the spring in that. And what you want to do here is take a spring and just set it. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Set it right down into the hole just like that. Alright, so let's set all 4 of them down, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got all our springs set in. Well, not all of them, just the 4 on top. Now we're going to start putting the tumblers in. The first one is a number 1. So I'm going to go over here.
Now people, please remember your vehicle is not going to be this number order.
Right, exactly.
So
now,
go by the numbers. You're
going to have a little part that protrudes out of the tumbler. That part is going to be on the spring side. So we're going to take the number 1. We're going to set it down into the cylinder and push down. That's it. That's the first one. The next number is number 4. I'm going to grab a number 4. Take number 4. The part that protrudes goes towards the spring. And push that down. Great. Alright, let's get the other 2 done, and we'll be right back. Guys, one thing I forgot to remember, I did decide, I forgot to tell you, they got some, give you some lithium grease in here. Take your grease, just put it a little bit on each key. And what this does also, it helps the key, the tumbler, to stay in the place, because if not, these things slide right out, the new ones. I don't know what the heck they do, why they do that. I don't know. So let's take these out and get some lithium on those and turn it over, and then we're going to get ready to do our other side. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got the one side done. Now we're going to go to 3, 4, 4. So, we're going to take a number 3. We almost forgot to put the springs in there. So let's put the springs in there. And they give you an extra spring just in case you lose it. Alright, let's get the springs in there and I'll be right back. Alright, we got the key, we got the springs in. Let's lubricate our key a little bit, our tumbler. This is number 3. Great. And 2 number 4s. Alright, let's get those in and we'll be right back. Alright guys, there we go. All our tumblers are in. Let's put our key in to test it out. Look at that. Every single one of them gets flush with the cylinder. So we know that is perfect. Alright, we're going to move on to the next step. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our key into the cylinder. Everything is good. The next thing you're going to do is inside of this housing, you're going to notice it's not just completed round right here. You notice it's going to come out more right here and come up and right there. Those parts stick out more. Now, the reason being is because you got your key and cylinder right here. This part right here, the part that sticks out, that's going to line up into there. So it don't matter where, as long as it's into there. So you're going to push everything down into it, and just like that. Alright, now that we got it back that way, you're going to take a screwdriver or something, hold that part down, turn it back like you got it off, and take your key out. And that's going to lock that into place from turning. Alright, the next piece we're going to do is put in is right here. This is the part where the key goes in. And what that is going to do is go into that same slot as well, that piece over here. And actually, if you look, you're going to see a little piece that sticks out right there. See that? That piece is going to line up right with this piece right here, that opening right there. So you're going to put that up there, pop it right down into place. Look at that. Now, if you notice, you take a screwdriver just a little bit, and notice it will not turn. Put the key in, turns, come back, pops out with no problem whatsoever. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing you're going to do is get your retaining ring, and you're going to notice this ring is going to have 4 slots on it. Pay very close attention to that, because those slots is where you're going to use to hold this into place. This thing has a lip on it. The cylinder has a lip on it right there. So what you're going to do is place the ring on it, and those slots are going to be right there, just past this, well, this part right here is going to be just past that little lip. So what you're going to have to do is hold this into place. Now you can either have if you can carefully take a screwdriver and push that in. Let me see if I can do one of them. No, you're not going to do that. What you're going to do, take a big pair of pliers or vice grips. Line it up right there and make sure it's lined in on the other side, and squeeze. And it's going to lock that thing right into place. This one didn't lock over here. So let me go over here and squeeze that one. Okay. And then go around here and squeeze the other 2. Now you're squeezing these, see, and it's on, but it's definitely not enough. So what I'm going to do is go around, and I really want to do it this way, because I think this way I can definitely do better.
Cut your hand, see what happens.
Yeah, that's better. Alright, so I'm going to go around and do the rest of them. And if you want, you could get your little hammer or something, put it right there. I don't know, that's definitely too kind of risky. But we're going to go around, knock those down, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got this thing crimped. This thing looks great. I am loving this. Last but not least is going to use our retaining ring right here. Now, there's an alignment on this ring that you got to be very careful when you put this back on. Let's go get our rings right here. Let's get this open. Now, you see the little part that protrudes right there? You want to make sure that part is going to the flat side of the cylinder. So when I put this on, see, that's going to the flat side. Squeeze and open this up. Put it down. Just like that. Alright, make sure it's just like that, because without if you put it the other way, and you can put it the other way, it will not go into the ignition lock cylinder. Alright, now that we got that set up, let's go put this back in the car. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our new cylinder right here, and the part on this clip that sticks out from the housing itself, that's going to be facing down. That's going to go right into this part right down, get the key, right down there. Alright, so we're going to put that in. Let me put my key in here. Okay.
So the key has to be in?
Yeah, and trying to get this thing to pop in there. Pop in. Just like that. Keys out. Start. Cut it off. Keys out. Perfect, guys. Look at that. Put the key in on position. Start the car. Cut it off. Take it out. Alright, we're ready to put this thing back together. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to put our bottom cover on, and it's going to be held on by the 3T20 Torx. And remember our electrical plug over here going for the radio. So make sure it goes through the opening. Pick the whole thing up. Gotta be careful of our, where the heck is it? Our tilt thing, make sure that's going down there. And then make sure this thing goes through here. It's a wiring harness. Okay. Oops, this little cover, this little is coming off. Man, this thing is turning me into a nightmare, man. Okay. Dang it, it still came off. Dang it! There we go. Okay. So, we're going to take out 3 screws. And we're going to go ahead and mount them in 1, 2, and 3. Alright, let's get those in and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got those screws in. Now let's go ahead and align our top one. And it just snaps right down into place. Perfect. Alright, now we got our radio controlling switch. First thing we're going to do is plug that up. It only plugs into one way, so you don't have to worry about turning it around. So we're going to plug that in there. And you're going to see a little part that sticks out right there. You're gonna push this connector in until that part comes out of that little opening right there. Perfect. Then we're gonna go ahead, and if you look inside there, is it dark in here? Can you see?
Okay.
You're gonna see like little slots, and just make sure all of it aligns just with that. So let's see here. And then snap it right into place. That's it. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, last but not least, let's get our panel down here. We got a little clip right there. We're gonna push that in there and push that in. And that's gonna be like our alignment. And then we got our 4 8mm or 5/16 bolts. And we're gonna get all those in. And we start off by hand, a few threads to make sure it's not cross-threaded. So let's get all those in, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, just a quick note. When you go tighten these screws up, we're gonna be using our 8mm or 5/16. You wanna bring it all the way in. This thing's not held on by a lot of pressure. So you wanna bring it until it stops, so you can stop by hand and turn it a little bit more. That's it, guys. All right, let's get the rest of the other 3 done, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, let's connect our battery. Let's get our negative terminal, put it over here, get our 10mm, and let's push this down like that. Now tighten these up, don't go crazy. That's all you want to do is bring it down till you can stop by hand, and then take both hands and a little bit more. All right, we got the key. Let's go over here. Okay, let's put the key in. Start it. Look at that, yeah, buddy. And before, remember we had it in the on position and I was able to pull the key out? Look at that. Key is not coming out at all, except it gets back in the park, that's it. Let's do it again. Perfect, guys, check that out.